Well, that was an interesting 24 hours. Not only did Rihanna drop her first single, but she also accidentally dropped the entire Anti album. And you know what? Here is my review. So Anti is Rihanna's 8th studio album, and it's been a long time in the making. It is her first album with her own record label, Westbury Road, which is where she's fully signed with Jay-Z's label, Roc Nation. It was released today, January 28th, 2016, to Tidal only as a free stream. It hasn't got a physical yet, it's not on iTunes yet, but it will be after this week. It was pushed forward from Friday because of the accidental release on Tidal. It's the longest wait between a Rihanna album from her entire career. She's usually used to releasing an album every year, but this has been a good 2 years since her 7th album, Unapologetic. It was rumoured to be executively produced by Kanye West, but she scrapped that rumour, and it features a multitude of producers including Fred Ball, Jeff Busker, and Boyda. Let's quickly take a look at the Anti album cover right here. It is Rihanna as a kid, taken on the first day of her daycare. She's holding a black balloon with a gold crown on, and it's got like a red paint or blood smear all over it. A lot of the imagery for Anti has got this red smear over it. It's got a theme to it, and when asked what the album cover represents, it's supposed to represent Rihanna bringing something new to the music industry. I feel like in the past she's gone for a lot of edgy, sexy looks, but Rihanna herself said that she wanted to do something that was totally different. She doesn't like doing album photo shoots that are meant to be sexy. She likes doing things that are edgy, and she did say that her favourite cover ever was Talk That Talk because it wasn't her prettiest album cover, it was edgy. And this definitely is edgy. It's got a nice message to it. It's very different. Also, when it finally comes to physical CD format, I believe the cover's going to be done in Braille, which is going to be the first ever album to be have a Braille on the actual cover itself. Anti is very different for a Rihanna album, and you really need to listen to this album with an open mind to really appreciate it. Literally drop any expectations of Rihanna, drop any preconceived images you have of Rihanna and what you think this album is going to sound like, because I guarantee it's going to be nothing like your expectations. Now, Rihanna is known for that sellout dance electronic club music. Let's be honest, she is. She's produced some amazing top bangers in her career, like Only Girl in the World, Diamonds. But this album is so different. I feel like this is her art pop. This is what Rihanna wants to do. This is her sound, and it shows how much effort has gone into this album, the amount of production has gone into it, and I really feel like she's been involved creatively in this project. Pop fans, this album probably won't be for you. All of you that see Rihanna as a pop diva, totally remove those expectations, because if you listen to this album with those expectations, you won't appreciate it. On first listen, I hated it because of those expectations, but taking it out of context and listening to it with an open mind, you really do appreciate how good this album actually is. So the album is a total mixture of genres, and it's a genre that I totally expected Rihanna to actually love in her free time outside of the music that she's forced to do. It's full of reggae pop, it's got ballads in there, R&B, smooth jazz. It's got so much in there that you would expect Rihanna to do. The album is a total strip back. It's so personal, it's so raw, it's so edgy, and honestly it's so Rihanna. The themes on this album, the sounds, the production, it's so dark. It reminds me a lot of Rated R. And what can I say, this album really did blow me away once I gave it a chance. She's got a lot of shorter tracks on there which sound like very rough cuts, but it adds to the edginess of the album. Rihanna was involved in the writing of a lot of this album as well, which is why I can tell that her creative freedom on this album was just let loose. This is the album that Rihanna wanted to do. This is the album that she's always wanted to do and can finally do it now that she's broken free from the restraints that her record label was making her to do. She plays with a lot of key themes on Anti, and Anti kind of means that she's going anti the way everyone expects her to be, which is the pop dance diva, and she's not that. She's personal, she's raw, she's very edgy, and she's a very risky character. From the opening track Consideration, she talks about how she's going to do things by herself, that she doesn't need to listen to her label, that she can literally dress up shit with gold glitter and it will be amazing. Touching upon the multiple genres of the album, you've got the track James Joint, which is such a smooth R&B jazz track. It's so new for Rihanna, but it so fits in with her repertoire. You've got another highlight of the album, Kiss It Better, which is full of electronic guitar synths. It's got such a good beat to it, such a good melody. And then you've got Desperado, which is another one that really reminds me of Rihanna going back to her Bayesian roots. It's such an edgy track, it's got such an edgy beat to it. You've got Woo, which is just full of amazing electronic synths. It's such a big, bold song. It's literally reminding me of Rihanna just letting go, just not caring about anyone in the past. Amongst all that R&B, amongst all the really big, bold tracks, you've got Never Ending, which is a really stripped back pop ballad. She's toyed with a lot of genres, experimented with a lot of new beats, worked with a load of new producers, and she's broken away from her dance self and become exactly what she wants to be. One thing I will say that has absolutely pissed me off, and most artists piss me off with this, is that they leave a lot of their best tracks for the deluxe edition bonus tracks. Granted, it's only one of the 3 bonus tracks, the other 2 are a bit meh because they're really short and they're really grainy, but Sex With Me is an incredible bonus track. It's pumped full of attitude, it's so fierce, it belongs on the standard edition, and it annoys me that artists are still doing this and putting their best work as deluxe tracks. Why do this? I won't lie and say I'm absolutely thrilled with this album. I do really like it, but I do miss Dance Rihanna. I feel like the industry does miss Rihanna. This is going to add something so different for her. It's definitely what she wants to do creatively. I feel like this music is in her comfort zone and it's not what she's being forced to do. So I do appreciate this album for that. But I will say I'm slightly disappointed that I didn't get the Dance Rihanna that I wanted. But taking away my pop expectations, Anti really is an amazing album. It's basically showing how Rihanna is going against what everyone expects of her, and it's a big fuck you to everyone. But yeah, that is my review of the longly awaited 8th studio album by Rihanna, Anti. I really enjoyed it, but I want to know what you guys think of the album down there in the comments. I predict I'm going to get a lot of people saying that they're disappointed that she's not dancey, but like I said, take away your expectations and listen to it with a clear mind, trust me. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!